Yeah, they called it survival. Like endurance was the final form of living. But what if growth was the real rebellion? Roots in the dark where the fear used to fold us, still found light when the world couldn't mold us. Turned ache into art, turned pain into hope. That's the Bloom theory, how the wounded still grow. Roots in the dark, now the sky sit closer. Rain came heavy, still we learned how to hold us. Every scar left a script, every wound left a code. That's the Bloom theory, life insisting to grow. Used to think resilience meant concealing the fracture, wearing strength like a ritual stitched into the pattern. But the body keep archives, the spirit stay text. When survival becomes something you adapt to, is fact. We was raised where affection got rationed in fragments, where grief moved ghosts like through the walls of the damage. So we mastered the art of emotional distance, mistaking numbness for peace and avoidance for wisdom. But I seen petals push through impossible climates, seen life lean toward light through conditions designed against thriving. Like the soul hold a language more ancient than panic, still whispering growth through the weight of the static. And maybe every scar leave a map in the tissue, every lost plant perspective in places that split you. Maybe growth ain't a moment, it's a gradual revision of the self that survived in the self that is listening on. Roots in the dark where the fear used to fold us, still found light when the world couldn't mold us. Turned ache into art, turned pain into hope. That's the Bloom theory, how the wounded still grow. Roots in the dark, now the sky sit closer. Rain came heavy, still we learned how to hold us. Every scar left a script, every wound left a code. That's the Bloom theory, life insisting to grow. I come from a lineage fluent in adaptation, people building whole identities inside limitation. Turned scraps into structure, made sorrow with shelter, held each other together while the system still failed us. So I never romanticize pain for the lesson, but I recognize pressure can deepen perception. How the soul get refined when it's forced into question. How survival evolve into conscious direction. See the wound and the wisdom exist intertwined. That's the paradox buried inside the design. Cause the same hands that tremble from trauma response is still capable of reaching toward love through the process. And I think that's the part they neglect in the rhetoric. How the broken stay beautiful long after wearing this. How the spirit resists every label they place on it, still bloom through environments never intended for growth in it. Maybe healing ain't linear, maybe it return in phases. Maybe growth remember roots even after rearrangement. Maybe the soul still reach when the world try to stop it, still lean toward light buried under what blocked it. Maybe every loss left wisdom in the scar tissue. Maybe what nearly broke us became what rebuilt you. Now I see every season ain't shaped to be painless. Some roots grow deepest where the ground turned dangerous. And I still got grief that revisit at night, still got fear in my chest when the world don't sit right. But I no longer measure my strength through suppression or confuse being guarded with emotional protection. Cause survival taught endurance, but growth taught reflection. And maybe that's the difference. Anybody can suffer, not everybody transforming. Not everybody find language for ache when it's enormous. So if you come from a place where the hurt felt inherited, where survival got praised while emotional truth was buried in it, just know softness ain't weakness and healing ain't slowing. Sometimes the strongest thing alive is what keeps growing. Roots in the dark where the fear used to fold us, still found light when the world couldn't mold us. Turned ache into art, turned pain into hope. That's the Bloom theory, how the wounded still grow. Roots in the dark, now the sky sit closer. Rain came heavy, still we learned how to hold us. Every scar left a script, every wound left a code. That's the Bloom theory, life insisting to grow. Maybe survival was never the ending. Maybe it was just the soil.